Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is my first video and today I'm going to be showing you how to use the command line. The command line is a way to interact with the operating system using the keyboard only, and it can accomplish much more complicated tasks than the mouse or than the GUI, graphic user interface. This is what the GUI is like and what most of you guys are used to with icons and the mouse. And to get started, you're going to want to type in command space on a Mac and type in terminal. And if you're using Ubuntu, you hit the Ubuntu logo and search for terminal and open it that way. Now these commands work on most Unix systems such as Mac, Linux, and all the distros like Ubuntu. And if you're using Windows, I would recommend running Ubuntu in VirtualBox or your favorite distro of Linux. Now, here's my terminal window. Now, on Mac, yours might be white because you're using the basic theme and our profile. And if you want to change it to look like mine, you can hit Pro and hit Default to make that your default. I just like it better. It's a personal opinion. And now, let's get started. Okay. At the top, we can see the last login, and below that, we see the computer's name, and then we see the user. To verify who we are logged in as, we type in who am I, hit enter, and John Bird. And that is correct. Now, to see where we're at, we type in PWD. Now, what this would look like in the GUI on Finder would be this. We see 8 little folders here. Now we type in ls list, and then we see 8. And we type lsl. We can see all these are directories, just like these directories. Okay. Now, if we go to desktop in the GUI desktop, there's nothing there, just like the back of the desktop. So to do that in the command line, we type in cd, change directory, desktop, and you can type in, hit tab to complete that. ls, and there's nothing there. To create a file, we can touch a empty file, touch hello world, and then backslashes, they're just characters that escape them, and there it is. We could have used quotes around all that, which might have been easier. And if we open this up, it is a blank file. Now we could echo hello, let's put quotes around. Hello world into hello world. Now then we go here, open it up, and it says hello world. Now we can cat this, which I forgot what that stands for, but if we do that and prints it out. Or if we had a long file, we could type in less, and then the name of the file, and enter, and there it is. And we hit Q to quit that. Now, echoing, you can enter like one line words into there, but if we wanted to get more complex, like if you're writing a web page, you could type in Vim, my favorite editor. But we type in Vim, the name of the file, and hit enter, and it says hello world. And if we type in Shift A, or capital A, I guess, it goes to the end of the line and appends, so we can type in hello world again, and period, and we hit escape, colon, WQ to quit and save, and now if we cat hello world, we can see that it did indeed write to the file. Now if we type in PWD, we are in users John Bird desktop. Now to go back into John Bird, we just simply type in cd ... and that takes us back. Now let's go back into the desktop. ls to list. Now if we wanted to remove this file, we could type in rm h. We could type out the whole thing or hit tab complete and enter. And now ls, there's nothing there, and the desktop is clean again. Now if we wanted to make a directory, we could type in mkdir, then directory. We'll just call it folder. Oops, folder. Here we go. Now ls, and that's a folder, and if we type ls a, or that's the list for all, this list for long. Now it created a folder here. Now to go in this folder, we just have to type in cd and the name of the folder, which is folder ls. There's nothing in there. So we can touch a whole bunch of files this way. A file named A, and then all the way to the name Z. Now this will take a long time to use the GUI to do this, but just one command we can do this. Now if we type ls, now we have files with name with capital A to capital Z. If you look in here, they're all here. Now we could delete all these like this, or I guess just command A, or we could type in rm curly bracket capital A 2 dots Z, and there it is, ls, and they're all gone. Now let's go back into the desktop to verify that. I'll type pwd, now ls to list everything, and to remove folder we could just rm capital F. It is case sensitive, but you cannot do that like that. To do that, you have to type an rm -r for recursive, then the capital F folder. Now hit enter, and it deleted it. To verify, ls, and now we can go back. Okay. Now we are back into my home folder, and I'm actually going to go into desktop one more time. Okay, but now there's nothing there. Now let's make a file. Hello. Oops. Touch hello. Alice. Now there's a hello, and there's a hello here. And we can copy this file back to our home directory like this. CP for copy, and we can copy it to the home folder of your user by copy hello, and then the name of the file, then the location, which will be back one, and then we go in here and click here, John Bird, and it made the file there. Now let's rm hello, which will take it off the desktop, and let's go in here back to your home directory, and let's ls list everything, and let's move mv hello to desktop like this. Now we just did basically nothing, but that shows you what you can do. We can write script that can move files around, which I'll be covering in my later tutorials. Now there's lots of options that you can use for list, like you can list all hidden ones, you can list L, and most commands have these. And to see the options, we can type in man ls. And it's a very long, daunting list, but it is not too bad to read if you want to read it all, which I have not, but it's cool. And if you're wondering about Vim that I was using earlier, you can type Vim tutor like this, hit enter, and this is about a 25 minute to 30 minute tutorial, which will take you through Vim and get you started, and it's pretty good. And if you guys want me to do a tutorial on it, I can do that too. I really like it, like I said. And to close the video, I'm just going to show you guys some fun stuff, I guess, that you can do. So here's one that I like. While true, do echo -n for one line, and you just do John, or whatever you want to type in here. Just gonna type John Bird, a lot of spaces, and done. Now it just prints out John Bird a lot, and you can hit Control-C to stop that. And there's also a calendar function on here, calendar and calendar Y, list the whole year, or you could type in man cal, and it would show you Y, display calendar for the year. To quit the manual, you type in Q, if I didn't mention that earlier. And we can also check the date, and to shut down your computer, you type in Alt, which I am not going to do because that will shut down the computer. But I think you have to be root user. I'll try it. Yeah, you have to be root user, and to become root user, sudo su. And I am not going to become root user, but. And there's one cool thing that you can do on Mac, and if you're using Ubuntu, you can download it by typing in app-get install system v banner, which you will have to be root user to do that. It's basically the same as the Mac spanner, which I actually like it a little better because it prints it horizontal, which Mac prints it vertical. But here we go. John Bird. Oops. Oh. And I think you can change the width to like 40 or something. and CSS John. That's kind of cool. And to quit, you can type an exit to exit out of root user and exit again, and then it quits your terminal. Please like, comment, and subscribe.